Hello everyone, Renee here. It all happened a couple of weeks ago. I woke up early in the morning, somewhere around the East Coast, and I started traveling towards the trade. Trades are tough to manage. There are always people ruining the party, and with the latest clashes between the factions, one could argue that a trade at this moment in time wasn't the best of ideas. But everything went relatively well. There were a couple of incidents, but besides that everyone could get along. This gave me hope. I went north and I figured that it would be good for all of us if we would have a permanent trading post. I decided to check the apartments in Novoya Petrovka and see if I could find a tent or two. This would be the basis for the first permanent trading zone. This is where my adventure begins. Right before the town, I decided to stop and see what I ended up with after the trade. It was quite lucrative. An SKS, some ammo, but still no decent backpack and pants. Well, that's something to worry about later, because the tent is my first priority now. I haven't been up here in a while, but I don't think anyone has. I checked a couple of these buildings, but I had no luck. Until I decided to check my environment from the building. The last thing that you want to happen is that someone surprises you, right? I found a small tent and this big tent. I put the small tent in my bag and the big tent I actually carried it. I decided to head south. I knew just the place where I wanted to put this. The Polana Trade Union, or PTU, was the faction that organized the trade bazaar. I wondered what it would be like if I met them randomly. There are more factions, but we will meet them on the way. I arrived at the edge of Kuglovo and I decided to look into it, because there are often travelers in the little town, and I actually needed to go over that hill, and the town was a little bit in the way. The survivor went on his way and I made sure he was alone. When I felt safe, I took the tent and I went to the other side of the hill. When I arrived in Kumyrna, I approached it carefully. That guy that I just saw leaving Kuglovo went north, but you never know, he or someone else might still be around. In the broken down church of Kumyrna, there is actually one single loot spawn. I don't think anyone ever loots that, but in this case there was a shotgun on the ground. I've seen backpacks here. I tried my hardest to actually get the tent in the church, but that wouldn't work, so I kind of made it an extension. I decided to place loot in the smaller and in the bigger tent to try it out, you know. If someone would take something really fast, I knew the place wouldn't be safe enough. After that, I checked Kuglovo myself. I was still wary, there might be someone around. I needed a pen, I needed paper, you know, to send a message to the incoming traders maybe. I needed a different backpack, I needed a map, I needed a different pants, that kind of stuff. So, you know, I had a lot of looting to do. I found some water and food, but none of the items I actually needed. I decided to go to Novi Sobor to see what I could find over there. There are often people in Novi Sobor, so that's why I kind of decided to approach it carefully, especially the police station. Oh, there's someone on there. Hey fella,
Hey man,
what's going on?
not too much.
Alright, are you alone?
Man. No, I got a buddy here.
Alright, what's your name?
Just check my pulse. You want to
So where's your buddy?
find out? What was that?
Where's your friend?
He's right here.
Alright.
So, man,
Have,
do you want?
have you guys got anything to trade or not?
Yeah. What gun you got? The SKS. I have
SKS,
SKS ammo.
I have enough SKS rounds, so what do you need?
Winchester ammo, but you probably don't have any.
No, true. Alright. I'm actually looking for some decent bands, but I guess I'm gonna check some deer stands.
You're looking for what?
New bands.
Oh, new pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any pants. Except for
Yeah,
these
no
shitty
worries.
ones. Like, I got the same ones as yours, pretty much.
Yeah, mine are a bit shorter. I needed to
Yeah,
bend
you got
it.
the fucking girly, ankle high ones.
Yeah. Alright, did you see anyone else?
No, man, you're the first one we saw.
Alright. I saw someone an hour ago or something running through Guglovo, so he's probably at the airfield right now.
Alright, man, we'll keep an eye out.
Yep. Do you have a burlap sack? Or a rope?
I do.
mean? Sorry.
No, I don't have rope.
Okay. You?
No rope here.
Okay, no worries. I guess I'll go on my way.
Alright, man.
Okay, be careful, guys. Take care.
Yeah, take it
Nice
easy.
to meet you. Oh, are you guys with any group I need to know of?
No,
Okay.
we're the lone wolves.
That's alright. I will call you the Lone Wolf
Alright,
from
man.
now on then. Okay, nice to meet you. Take care.
Alright,
Yeah.
see ya, man.
They were really nice guys. I figured I would go out of their way and I wanted to go to the deer stands first. Oh, holy shit. What the fuck? Oh, I need to warn those guys. Oh man, where are they? I looked back to the piano building one more time and look in the trees to see if there was anyone around the deer stand. You know, maybe they would go and loot the body or something. I didn't see anyone, so I decided to head back out south. Maybe I could see something from the trees over there. I decided to head more west to see the other side of the town. I didn't see those guys anymore, so they must have been traveling more west. Hey?
Are you with Black?
Black? No, I'm alone. What's up?
Okay. Hey man,
Hey.
I put my gun away. Man.
Alright. Are you alone?
Alright, I'm right by... Yeah.
Okay. Coming up. Hey, what's up, buddy? What's your name?
Hey man. Victor.
Alright, nice to meet you. My name is Renee.
So, Trip. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good.
Were
I
you,
just...
was that you down in town there a minute ago?
In Novi I was. Not in Story.
Oh, okay. There's definitely a player down in Story, so...
Okay, yeah, I saw 2 players before in Novi, they were friendly. But when I went up to the deer stand, I found out that there was a dead body in there. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna keep watching town, if you guys want to do it.
How's it going?
Alright.
Copy.
What's your name?
Hello.
Hey.
I go by Chuck.
Okay, I met you guys before.
Hello. Yeah. With,
I heard your
CDT.
footsteps and assumed you were the guy I just met, Renee. So
Alright. Yeah, so there were 2 guys with red armbands in Novi, and they were friendly, so don't shoot them or anything.
Yeah, that was probably Dam. They hang out in that area, and they're not the friendliest.
Alright.
Okay, well, did you need anything
Do you guys have rope?
else? Rope? Yeah, I got plenty. Okay.
Alright, what do you want for it?
Ah, nothing, man. I've got extra. I always carry a bunch of...
Alright, cool, thanks. Alright, so what's your next destination?
Not really sure. I don't know where our friend went. He's off somewhere, scouting. Oh, he's right there, apparently. He said Story is clear.
Alright. Do you guys have a map by any chance?
No. A map? No, I do not.
Alright.
Yeah, I've got a map actually if you need it.
Don't you need it?
No, I should be alright. We're in familiar territory for the most.
Alright. Thanks. Appreciate it.
But, you know.
Alright. I guess I'm heading east. So
Sounds good. We will see you later then.
alright. Thanks for being friendly.
Best of-
Whoops.
Of course.
I didn't
Have a
mean
nice
to do that.
day, man. Safe travels.
Yeah, take care.
luck. Yeah, man. Take it easy.
Thanks. I got him. I got him. He's down. He's down.
He's down. He's unconscious.
Hi. This is... Man.
You have rope?
Yep, like I said, I always got extra.
You did. Jeez. Is anyone of you hurt?
Yeah, our pal died. He killed himself. Wow.
Oh shit. Sorry for your friend. I saw him coming up to you with his gun raised, and I was wondering if it was one of you, so I immediately turned around in case he did anything dodgy, but I was a little bit too late. Sorry about that.
I appreciate it. We,
Conscious, yeah, thanks.
more of us probably would have got hurt if you hadn't shown back out.
Yeah,
I'm
no
gonna go
worries.
jack off his stuff.
The least I could do.
It's your kill, so take what you want.
Alright, I guess I will take the AKM. Can you keep an eye on the area? In case there are more?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out. Yeah.
So do you guys have a camp around? Or do you know of any safe zones or something?
Not a set camp. We've got some scattered barrels. Big camps tend to get raided pretty fast.
Yeah,
Nice,
I think
that
all the
makes
safe
sense.
zones have been raided as well.
Yeah.
Are there any locations of them then?
Yeah. Not that I'm aware of. They may have rebuilt one, but they keep it pretty under wraps because there's then a group going around despawning it all just to be assholes. So,
Okay, I'm heading off. Are you good?
alright, thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks so much.
Take care.
Appreciate the fire support. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Stay
no
safe.
worries. It's the least I could do. Take care. I had mixed feelings about the situation. I was glad I could help out in a way, but on the other hand, I felt like I didn't do enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I see you all in the next one. Cheers.